Hello, folks in the Illinois land. Welcome to the Virtual College Fair hosted by StriveScan, sponsored to you by the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling. My name is Earl, and I am your facilitator for tonight, and just to make sure that things keep rolling as they need to. Just so folks know, on the other side of the fence, as you're watching, each college gets 6 minutes to present on their school. I will be back with you in between each school to just move things along. Through the Q&A function within the toolbar that you have in front of you, that is how you can communicate with the colleges with questions directed to them. Feel free to do that or direct it to the entire group. That function is live and active, and I encourage you to continue to use it. Your cameras and microphones are off as you are watching this webinar. So again, the only way you can communicate with our 6 schools is through that Q&A function. There are always more sessions offered by Illinois ACAC through this virtual college fair format. And again, I am recording this video, and you will get a live link to that through the website that you registered for this particular session. So. Okay, so tonight, our 6 schools that we'll be presenting to you. First up will be Sarah from the University of Illinois, Springfield. We have Joe from Truman State University, Blake from Missouri Western State University, Marie from Columbus College of Art and Design, Amy from Central Michigan University, and Emily from Lake Forest College. So, without further ado, I am going to stop my screen share and come back to the main Zoom screen here. I think I have. All right. And I believe somebody has taken over. That is exactly what needs to happen. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it off to Sarah Adams from UIS. Thanks.
Thanks so much for joining us today. My name's Sarah. I'm with the University of Illinois, Springfield. We are part of the U of I system. We are one of 3 schools, but we're a little different from our other sister schools. At UIS, we're actually a much smaller institution. We have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which means that while we're part of the U of I system, we have the feel of more of a private school with all the benefits of a public school cost and resources of a U of I school. We offer 31 bachelor's, 20 master's, and 1 doctoral degree program. And some of our top majors are actually computer science and cybersecurity, political science, pre-law, child advocacy, criminology, nursing, medical lab science. We're located in the state capital, so we have a lot of opportunities for internship and public administration type positions. So if you're thinking about going into the public sector, UIS is a great place for you. So the biggest question students have is why choose to attend UIS? We've been named one of the top regional universities in the Midwest for the last 13 years by US News and World Report, and we really value our relationship with students. In fact, for the 2nd year in a row, we were ranked the #1 public regional university in Illinois. So we're teaching focus. We have both online and on-campus classes, and our professors teach both of those. You know, they are taught to teach online as well as in person. Our professors know our students by name. TAs are very rare. We're right sized too. Students are able to be involved. We've got multi-generational classrooms, and they really get a chance to know their classmates. And as I mentioned, we are located in that state capital, so we have a history of educating public servants and leaders. As I mentioned too, we have that feel of a small private school, but we have the opportunities and resources of a public institution, which means our students can learn to be leaders both on and off campus with research, internship, service, and study away opportunities. Research opportunities are actually available with faculty at the undergraduate level. A lot of schools, you got to wait till you're a graduate student to have that opportunity, but you can do it at the undergraduate level here. Internships are also a big part of our campus. Several of our majors require an internship, like our business administration and criminology and criminal justice, but even if your major doesn't require it, you have a lot of opportunity to gain that valuable real world experience with those internships. So it's really up to you of whether or not that's something you desire. We are also, as I mentioned, that public sector type job. Service is also a big part of our campus culture. We just built a brand new student union about 2 years ago, and at the heart of it, very consciously, is our volunteer and civic engagement center. There are weekly opportunities for students, to really go out and give back to their community. Students also have a ton of opportunities for engagement on campus. We actually have over 90 student clubs and organizations and 15 NCAA D2 athletic teams. So everything from men's and women's basketball, cross country, soccer. And, if you're looking just to play, competitively, but not intercollegiate or not, on a D2 team, we have a lot of intramural opportunities and the ability to play club sports. So we are test optional this year, and we've just found out that is going to be extended through 2024. So what that means is you are not required to submit that ACT or SAT. So your admissions is going to be decided based solely on your GPA. And we are also offering merit-based scholarship based on that GPA. So there's no catch-22 where you have to submit a score to qualify for a scholarship. We will evaluate you both for admission and merit-based scholarship based on that GPA. We also have rolling admission, which means it is not too late to apply for fall 2021. So we do review applications as they come in. We do require, though, that you send an official high school transcript. So that is something that we need. So having your guidance counselor send that. I do recommend, though, if you have a personal statement or a letter of recommendation, send that in as well. We have a holistic approach to admission. We will look at it all so that it's not just your GPA determinant. We will look at those other factors too. We also have a lot of resources on campus. I've got a couple listed here, but the one I like to point out the most is the Learning Hub. It's basically part of our Center for Academic Success and Advising. It offers free academic support services for both in-person and online students with things like peer tutoring and writing workshops. We really want to have those resources to support you, to get you to graduation. So especially that first year, that freshman year when you're struggling with that transition, it's a great resource for you. So 70% of our students do receive some sort of financial aid. As I mentioned previously, merit-based scholarships are based on that GPA. Our scholarships for transfers, they start at $1,500 with a 3.0 GPA and go all the way up to $3,000 renewable for up to 2 years yearly. We also offer more than $575,000 in institutional scholarships. We have over 340 of those scholarships that we offer, but you only have to apply to one application, so you don't have to fill out 340 applications. If you would like more information, definitely reach out. My contact information is listed here, and I think I talked really, really fast, but I think I got it done in my 6 minutes. So have a great day, and thank you so much for your time.
Great, thanks, Sarah. Great job, and just don't forget to put your contact information in the Q&A so that folks have her in the chat, so folks have it. Okay, and again, just a reminder that that Q&A function is live, so please use it so that the presenters can answer the questions that you might have for them. Joe from Truman State is up next. I see him on the screen and I see his PowerPoint up there, so I'm gonna let you go. Thanks, Joe.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Joseph Recupero, and I'm an admissions counselor from Truman State University. I am going to talk rather quickly, but if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the Q&A for us. We are located in Kirksville, Missouri. We are the regional hub of northeastern Missouri with quick and easy access to cities like Columbia, Des Moines, Kansas City, St. Louis, Springfield, Omaha, and Chicago, which makes us a nice meeting location for our nice little community in Kirksville. It's a town of around 17,500. So it is a smaller town, but with lots of activity and things to engage in while you're there. Kirksville is a beautiful town, and Truman is a beautiful campus. We are about on 3 large blocks, or about 180 acres. It is a beautiful campus of old brick facade buildings, but updated classrooms and lab facilities. and open green spaces that you're going to be able to engage with. Our students are very involved on and off campus, and we like to build a really strong community between Kirksville and Truman. 97% of our students do receive financial aid, so we are very proud of making our school as affordable as possible. And over 50% of our graduates have no student loan debt whatsoever when they graduate. So we are very proud of those numbers. We do have a 71% five-year graduation rate. The reason we include a five-year graduation rate is because we do have accelerated master's programs at Truman, including our accelerated master's in education, where you can graduate with a bachelor's, a master's, and a teaching certification in 5 years. So we include our five-year graduation rate. We do have an 87% employment rate or grad school rate after grad school because we have excellent career and graduate school support. And we are the #1 public school in the Midwest, and we have been for the past 24 years, according to the U.S. News and World Report. That is something we are extremely proud of. We do have 49 major programs and 62 minor programs on campus. We really encourage students to double major or major and double minor and really combine their interests. We are a liberal arts and sciences institution, so we are very skills forward, and we believe that students need to be able to pull information from a variety of different fields and incorporate that into their education. We also have pre-professional tracks such as pre-law, pre-med, and pre-education, which are used as guidances towards higher education, and also graduate school programs. Some of our most popular majors are business administration, biology, psychology, English, health sciences, pre-med, but all of our majors engage in student research or internship and externship opportunities, which is something we really love to get our students out and doing, bringing their real world experience into their classroom and their classroom experience into the real world. As I said, we are a public liberal arts and sciences institution, which means we are very skills-based. Some of these really important skills include different forms of communication, including group work, but as well as public speaking and the ability to present published materials, critical thinking, which we think is one of the most important skills, intercultural skills, flexible thinking, and adaptability. This is built into our curriculum. We do not have 2 years of general education classes, but instead have curricular goals we want you to fulfill, but you get to pick the classes that fulfill those goals in a variety of different educational areas. As far as student life goes, it is very busy up in Kirksville. We have over 230 different student organizations, including a student organization called PLANTS, which stands for Plant Lovers Also Need to Socialize. If there's a club for people that just want to talk about plants, there's a club for everyone. This includes academic and honor societies, Greek life, service organizations, as well as intramural and club sports. So if you've ever wanted to spike a volleyball at one of your professors, our intramural sports are open to students, faculty, and staff. So you could have that opportunity. We also heavily push our outside of the classroom activities, such as internships and externships. We have a really popular program called Truman in DC, where we send a cohort of students to Washington, DC every summer. We have study abroad in over 64 different countries, so we're very proud of that. We love to send our students abroad, and we also have faculty-led study abroad programs where our faculty will actually take our Truman students abroad and teach them classes. As far as applying to Truman, we do need 5 main things: the free application, which can be found on our website or on the Common App, your high school transcripts, an ACT or SAT score, or this year we are test flexible, so you would need to sign a flexible waiver, an essay, and an activities list. We are a holistic review institution, so we will holistically review you for our competitive scholarships. Your in-state tuition, you're looking at about $18,400 for the year, and your out-of-state tuition, you're looking at about $25,900 for the year. But that includes your tuition, your meal plan, and your room and board, and your extra fees. So we try and make our education as affordable as possible. We do operate as a small liberal arts and science institution where you're going to get a lot of individualized attention from your professors. Your average class size is going to be around 25 students. You're going to be able to engage in research, your own research, or research with faculty. And we actually have students that will engage in research their entire 4 years and then end up publishing it their senior year. One of the fun facts that I like to share with people is that we actually have a lab attached to all of our biology classes, so we really push that hands-on experience. As far as places you can find us, we are currently doing in-person and virtual visits. You can find that at visit.truman.edu. We're trying to keep up with the times. So you can also find us on TikTok and Instagram at Truman State. And if you have any direct questions, you're welcome to reach out to me at any time or my colleague, Mark Kleins. My name is Joe Recupero. You can find me at jrecupero@truman.edu or 660-341-1137. It's always a great day to be a Bulldog, so we hope we will hear from you.
All right, Joe, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And all right, I believe it's Blake. Blake is from Missouri Western State University. Great. Blake, I see your slides up there and you're ready to go. So I'm going to mute myself and give you the floor. Blake, thanks.
Sounds good. So yeah, my name is Blake. I'm an admissions counselor here at Missouri Western State University, located in St. Joseph, Missouri. So a little bit about us. I mean, we have about 4,000 students that currently attend. We have our average classroom size, I would tell you, is around 17 to 20. We come from 38 states, 30 countries, so you'll get to interact with many different people from all over the world. 70 plus majors to choose from, depends on what you're interested in studying. And about 93% of incoming freshmen receive some type of financial aid. Some things that we started this year. So we know there's a lot of schools to choose from. So something new that we started is the Center for Service. So we give our students the opportunity to earn free college credit by doing community service. So if you do 40 hours of community service, you get 1 college credit for free. If you do 80, you get 2. If you do 120, you get 3. It's college credit you don't have to pay for. It's kind of like a $1,500 scholarship. We are teaching first institution. So our professors primary role is to teach you and give you the best education possible. Their other primary role is to be your advisor. So we don't have separate advisors and separate professors. So whoever teaches in that department that you go into, you'll get to know them on that first name basis. Some other stuff we started, Gold Fridays. So we are only in the classroom Monday through Thursday. We do not have classes on Fridays whatsoever. So it gives our students opportunity to do whatever they want to on Friday. So if they want to do internships, if they want to do community service, if they want to have tutoring opportunities, if they have a part-time job, or if they just want to have a 3-day weekend every single weekend, Friday is completely open for whatever they want to do. We are an applied learning institution, so no matter what major you go into, you'll have some type of an applied learning opportunity. So internships, research, study abroad, service learning, leadership opportunities. You might experience all 5 of those. You might experience a couple of them. But before you walk across that stage, you will have some type of an applied learning opportunity inside your major. We do have 90 plus student organizations to choose from. It ranges from Greek life, intramurals, esports, honors, religious, trap club, bowling club, you name it, we have it. If we don't have something you're interested in, 4 friends and a faculty member, you can create your own group here on campus. We are a Division II school that competes in the MIAA for all of our athletic events. We do something great for all of our students called the Max Experience. So you and 4 members of your family get all home games for free. You as a student get to go to 1 away football game, a basketball game for free, and then you as a student get something to eat and drink at halftime for free as well. There's tons of things to do on campus. So we have tons of recreation facilities, nature trails, biking trails, fishing ponds, basketball courts, volleyball courts, frisbee golf course. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs come here in the summertime for training camp. We have our fitness center. We have the on-campus health center. So if you're not feeling good, can't make it to class, we have a nurse on site that will check you out. And then we also have the Center for Academic Support as well. We're located in St. Joe. We have about 76,000 people, 45 minutes away from Kansas City. I always tell students that it's not too big, it's not too small. The reason why is because there's many things to do. There's many eating places, shopping locations, many opportunities inside your major, many part-time job opportunities as well. So it's just the right size for anybody looking to go to school and things like that. First-time freshmen with us, they have to live that first year on campus. We have 9 different eating locations on campus to take advantage of. So like Chick-fil-A, Subway, Starbucks. We always tell students, like, if you like food and coffee, great place to be. If you don't like food and coffee, you'll learn to love food and coffee, I'll tell you that. And then St. Joe has tons of food options to choose from. But the great thing is that everybody, any state that touches Missouri, everybody in that state receives in-state tuition. So you would get our Griffin rate, which is our in-state tuition. We're one of the most affordable in the state of Missouri for cost. So for like tuition, fees, room and board, meal plan, the entire thing, it's around that $16,392. Not many schools can say that they're more affordable than that. Like I said, we're one of the most affordable, and that's before scholarships. So by the time you add scholarships onto that, that number will go down. We do give out scholarships for first-time freshmen based off their GPA. So we're test optional. We don't require you to have an ACT score. So we're totally test optional there. But our scholarship, it's based off your GPA. Like I said, you have to have at least a 2.5 GPA. Every 30 hours, you get more money added on top of your scholarship. So after credit 30, you get $1,000 increase. After credit 60, you get a $500 increase. After credit 90, you get another $500 increase as well. To maintain this scholarship, all you have to do is keep a 2.0 GPA. So it's a safety net for you as a student. So if you ever have that bad class, that bad semester that just comes out of nowhere, because it's going to happen. But I will tell you that you're not going to lose the scholarship or anything like that. I will tell you that there are incentives to the program. So if you do take the ACT, we will super score your ACT. So however many times you take it as many times as possible. And then every point that you score on the ACT at 20 and above, we'll give you an extra $100 on your starting amount for your scholarship and things like that. Other things I can tell you, free application. We don't make students pay for an application fee or anything like that. Like I said, we have to have at least 6 semesters of the high school transcript, and then the final one once you graduate. But again, we're test optional. So definitely take that ACT for possible more scholarships and things like that. But our campus is open. My recommendation is just to come for a visit, see campus. If you want to talk to faculty, talk to staff, you are more than welcome to. We'll set you up with visits with those professors and faculty and things like that. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys.
Great, Blake, thanks. If you don't mind, I also put your contact info in the chat, and we're gonna move right along. Again, I just wanna make folks know that that Q&A function is live, active, so use it. When we finish with our last presenter, who will be from Lake Forest College, our group of panelists will come back on the screen and then share a bit of advice for those of you on the other side watching in. Please don't go away after Emily presents from Lake Forest College, because we'll have a bit of a wrap up and then a send off. So Marie, I see you are there. It's from Columbus College of Art and Design. Thanks so much, and off you go.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Marie and I'm an admissions counselor with Columbus College of Art and Design located in Columbus, Ohio. So my role as an admissions counselor is to help you through the admissions process. So all of our counselors help students just like you learn more about your college options and potential career paths. We also help you to build a better portfolio for your application to CCAD and navigate the financial aid process. So a little bit more about CCAD. We are a private nonprofit art and design college, one of the oldest in the country, founded in 1879. Our student to faculty ratio is 9:1, which means that our classes are small enough that you receive personal attention from your professors, large enough you're able to discuss and receive constructive feedback about your pieces. So at CCAD, you'll graduate with a BFA or a Bachelor's of Fine Arts within your chosen major. In the BFA program, your curriculum is more studio-based, combining your artistic practice with liberal arts courses. So at CCAD, 2/3 of the curriculum is studio-based and 1/3 is based in the liberal arts. We offer 11 different majors at CCAD, which you can see on this page, as well as numerous different minors and concentrations, including our really popular business minor. You can read more about each major as well as its requirements and view student work on our website at ccad.edu. A little bit more about our application. It has 3 main parts to it. So we do require your high school GPA. We require an essay. It's pretty simple, 300 to 500 words. And then we require a portfolio. We are test optional, so we do not require ACT or SAT scores. All right, so CCAD and the Columbus art scene provides students with chances to network and develop relationships within the industry. So we know that when it comes to being a successful artist, it's not only about what you know, but who you know as well. So if you're a student who's interested in writing scripts, you should meet an alumni like Angelo Thomas, an independent filmmaker, screenwriter, and novelist. His film, The Incredible Jake Parker, was released in September of 2020 and is based off of a novel he wrote with the same title. The cover art that you can see on the screen is by fellow CCAD student Casey Nkwadu. Maybe you're interested in creating a designer brand, in which case you should meet someone like Susanna Madrid. After graduating from CCAD, Susanna moved to Milano, Italy to pursue her graduate degree in fashion design. While she was there, she had the opportunity to design shoes for Neil Barrett, and that was when she really fell in love with the design and production process. So Susanna was inspired to launch her own luxury shoe line that really embodies the made in Italy artistry and craftsmanship that she so admires. Her shoes are currently sold at Printemps in Paris and online at susannamadrid.com. And if you're ever in the Columbus area, you can also find them at the Thread Boutique in Grandview, Ohio. Another CCAD alumni you should definitely look into if you're interested in animation is Dan Scanlon, who's directed Disney animations like Onward, Monsters University, and worked on other Disney features as well. Meeting the right people can definitely change the entire course of your career development. So we'd love for you to join our CCAD community and become part of our amazing network of artists and designers. And a big part of the CCAD experience is on campus. So CCAD offers 2 different housing options, one for incoming freshmen and the other one for upperclassmen. So Schottenstein Residence Hall is our first year residence hall. It's pretty typical dorm style living. So each unit has a shared restroom, a shared kitchenette, and then 2 bedrooms, 2 students per room. So you'd have 1 direct roommate and then 3 roommates in total. So you may be asking yourself, why Columbus? Why should I call this place my home for the next 4 years and begin my professional life here? So I personally moved to Columbus about 3 years ago, right after I completed my BFA degree. And I can honestly say it's a really wonderful city for young professionals and especially in creative fields. As the largest growing major metropolitan area in the United States, Columbus is one of the top 10 cities for recent college graduates. Columbus is also a thriving artistic community and is home to things like the Columbus International Film and Animation Festival, which is the oldest film festival in the United States, the Short North Arts District, which showcases homegrown talent and international talent, and the indie art scene thrives in old converted warehouses like 400 West Rich and Millworks Art Studios. Not to mention our next door neighbor, the Columbus Museum of Art, which features several permanent collections as well as rotating exhibits. Entrance to the museum is totally free, especially with your CCAD student ID. So now that you know a little bit more about us, we'd really like to learn more about each of you. So if you're watching this on a computer or tablet and you think CCAD sounds like a good fit for you, simply take out your phone camera and hold it over this QR code. It'll automatically take you to a quick questionnaire where you can tell us more about yourself and your interests. And this is our contact information. If you have any additional questions, I will post that in the chat. And I do have a quick video to show you guys.
CCAD has changed the way I look at design. Now I can walk into my studio and start creating something and have an end result that I'm happy with.
I considered a lot of other schools, but I chose CCAD purely on the fact that I saw a lot of artistic collaboration and the sense of community here was very strong.
CCAD is a learning experience. Sometimes you can get down on yourself because you're not where you want to be, and you have to accept that it's a learning experience and you'll get there in time. The one-on-one time during class is really important, and the teachers knowing that each student is different, will have different styles and different approaches.
CCAD has caused me to open my outlook and to perceive a lot more.
Each student is different, will have different styles and different approaches.
CCAD has caused me to open my outlook and to perceive a lot more different opportunities and possibilities.
And I know that I'm running out of time, so I'll go ahead and stop it there. If you're interested in seeing more about CCAD, you can check out our website at ccad.edu. And thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, Marie. All right, I am going to launch Amy from Central Michigan University. So Amy, where are you? There you are. Okay, off you go.
All right. Let me get myself there. Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Amy Howenstein. I'm the Associate Director of Out-of-State Recruitment for Central Michigan University and a proud 2-time alum of CMU. So I'm very excited today to be here with you to talk to you about CMU, which was founded in 1892 as a school to train teachers. And if I could describe the college environment at CMU, I would say it is a very active college experience, not a passive one. We do a lot of things at CMU, from our MakerBot technology to designing uniforms for NHL and our military through our fashion design program, to being at our own research station on Beaver Island in the middle of Lake Michigan as part of the Great Lakes Research Institution. So lots going on at CMU to enhance your college experience. All right, we are about 16,000 undergraduate students in a small town, fairly rural setting, but not sleepy. There is every fast food as well as Super Target and Meijer for those needs that you have as a college student. But what you find is since the town and the university grew up together, there's a real camaraderie between Mount Pleasant and CMU. College discounts for everything student oriented, which is nice as a student there. We are about 4 hours from Chicago, right in the middle of the mitten of Michigan. So far enough away that you can have your own experience, but close enough that you can get home if you need to on a long weekend. Our over 200 academic fields of study are housed in 6 different academic colleges. And I've listed on this slide just some of our more popular top majors. We still train a lot of teachers. We actually graduate more teachers than any other college or university in the state of Michigan. Business school is our largest academic college, and one of the points of pride I feel in that program is our new venture competition. I'd like you to think Shark Tank when you think about that. That is an opportunity for our students to present their idea and perhaps walk away with $30,000 in startup money for whatever that entrepreneurial idea is. Health programs. CMU opened a medical school about 6 years ago with emphasis on rural and underserved areas. We also have physical therapy programs and physician's assistant programs at the master's degree level. Our mobile health unit has been very instrumental in delivering COVID-19 vaccines across Michigan in rural and underserved areas. We were the first athletic training program in the country. So that is still draws a lot of students to our university. Journalism and broadcasting, we have our own radio station, recording studio. Our CM Life newspaper has been ranked in the top college newspapers for over 12 years. We also have a meteorology program with a storm chasing lab, as well as one of the top neuroscience programs in the country. Our students are doing some great research right now with Parkinson's disease, and ALS. Psychology is our largest signed major at the university, and then we also have strong programs in event management and leadership. Outside of the classroom, there are over 350 student clubs and organizations for you to take advantage of. Everything from a Quidditch club to a squirrel watching club, as well as all kinds of sports, Greek organizations, academic organizations, lots of things to enhance your experience outside the classroom. We are Division I with athletics. We have 16 Division I teams competing in the Mid-American Conference. Our nickname is the Chippewas, and that is in honor of the Native American tribe that calls the area around Mount Pleasant home. We are very proud to represent the culture of that tribe at our university. One thing to know about CMU, any student who applies and is admitted from outside the state of Michigan pays in-state tuition rates. So there is no out-of-state tuition at CMU. Our applications for the fall of 2022 will open on August 1st. We use both the common application as well as our own CMU application. Either one will work for us. We are also a holistic review institution. Our average GPA is about a 3.4 coming in. If you do take SAT or ACT tests, we will take those. The average there is a 23 or an 1180. Total cost for the year is about $26,716, and CMU has consistently been among the lowest in terms of the state universities in Michigan. Scholarships are available right away when you apply, and our merit scholarships are anywhere from 20 to 75% off the cost of tuition. The nice thing about these is they are adjust as tuition adjusts, so they are always a percentage of whatever tuition is. We are test and optional for the class of 2022. We also have competitive scholarships and departmental scholarships. There's the website for more information. This is our president, Dr. Davies, welcoming you home, in which we hope you will call CMU for your college experience. Here's the admissions office information, as well as social media. We too are open for in-person tours and visits. I invite you to come and see us and fire up chips.
Great, Amy, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, last but not least is Emily from Lake Forest College. And again, I'm just gonna ask that you stick around after Lake Forest College is through, and then we'll have a quick wrap up and we'll dismiss everybody from there. Okay, Lake Forest College, off you go.
All right, thank you guys. Hi everyone, my name is Emily Grimm. As mentioned, I am one of the Associate Directors of Admission here at Lake Forest College, and tonight I am joined by my wonderful colleague, Jackie Hofler, and we are very excited to tell you a little bit more about Lake Forest. So just kind of starting with a quick glance at some stats to help you to get a better sense for who we are as an institution. Lake Forest College is a small private liberal arts college located in Lake Forest, Illinois, which is about 30 miles north of the city of Chicago. For some of you, this may be really right in your backyard. We may be right down the street from you. With 1,585 students representing 43 states and 96 countries, we have an extremely diverse campus community to help provide that global perspective right here at home. So there's about 4 pillars that really make up our identity as an institution and help us really kind of stand out from the others. The first of which being this pragmatic approach to the liberal arts. We truly believe in the real world application of your education. So as part of our Forrester Fundamental Curriculum, we actually do have an experiential requirement that kind of helps you take the theories that you learn in the classroom and apply them to real world situations. And this requirement can be satisfied through a number of different opportunities, which include internships, independent research, study abroad, or participating in our In the Loop program. We also have a strong focus and emphasis on career preparation. So with our Career Advancement Center providing individualized attention, we really help you to figure out what is going to be the next step for you and what your path is going to look like after your time here at Lake Forest. So that individualized attention really helps to our students to kind of find their fit. And last year's graduating class, we saw 98% of our students either employed or in graduate school after they completed their time with Lake Forest. We refer to Chicago as our second classroom. Our students are there pretty regularly, not just for fun and activities, but they're also taking numerous trips into the city, completing their internships, and just really taking advantage of all the great opportunities that the city holds. As mentioned earlier, we also have a very diverse campus community. We celebrate that diversity with a strong commitment to equity and inclusion as well. So through our Office of Intercultural Relations, we do a lot of opportunity for community engagement, events, as well as offering empowerment groups for our students to help celebrate that diversity. And I'm going to pass it over to Jackie, who's going to talk a little bit about some of the benefits to staying close to home when you're looking at your colleges.
Thanks, Emily. So as she mentioned, being 30 miles north of Chicago and connected by train, Chicago is not just a place that we are near, but it's a place that we have direct access to and spend a lot of time in. And as a student near Chicago, you know Chicago is the place that you go for fun and food and sporting events. And now you're really going to see it as your academic resource. And there are certainly some benefits to being close to home, including that continued support system of your family and friends. And the thing that I really want to underscore is the diversity that Emily mentioned. You can go maybe just 20 minutes away from home, live on campus, and get to know students from all over the country and all over the world. This is our merit scholarship grid. And I was really delighted this year that we edited this to really reflect the growing number of students that are applying without an SAT or ACT. We are a true test optional institution. If you choose not to submit your score, you can still see yourself on this scholarship grid. So you see those big red oars in between all of the categories. You'll look for either your GPA or your SAT or your ACT. And the number that you see on the scholarship is the number that you're guaranteed all 4 years at Lake Forest College. Now you'll see two numbers there, one smaller, one bigger. The way to get the bigger number is to come visit. So we do grant the visit grant for students if you do a virtual or in-person visit with us. So I encourage you to look at those opportunities. We also offer some scholarships in addition to this merit grid. We have scholarships in the fine arts. So if you are an artist, a musician, or you participate in theater, whether or not you want to major or minor in those areas, you can get a scholarship by participating in those for all 4 years. We also have a newly launched health professions program and a scholarship to support that. And lastly, we do have an English scholarship, our Carnegie English Essay Contest. If you'd like to major in English, I would encourage you to look at that as well.
Thanks, Jackie. So a couple things too, we're constantly envisioning what the future is going to look like for our institution and how we can continue to set our students up for success and finding their interest and relevance in future careers. So currently we are undergoing a complete renovation and expansion of our largest academic building on campus. We've recently completed construction on brand new turf fields for our newest varsity teams, which are men's and women's lacrosse. As Jackie mentioned, we have our brand new health professions program, which is a partnership with Rosalind Franklin University of Medicine and Science, a graduate health professions institution located just a few miles up the road in North Chicago, which has allowed us to expand upon our joint degree options with them. So we have partnerships with our programs in pharmacy, physical therapy, physician assistant, and the most recent one being with the Chicago Medical School at Rosalind Franklin. And in 2019, we also introduced data science as an interdisciplinary major for our students. We are also open for visits. Definitely encourage you to come check us out. You'll be surprised with our campus. For a small school, we definitely have that big school feel, and I personally love that. We also have a number of virtual visit options. Encourage you to take a look at our virtual tour as well to get a sense for our beautiful campus and what it could be like for you as a Forester. Jackie and I will both drop our contact information into the chat, and hopefully we will see you on campus soon.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm going to invite everyone back on the screen, and we're going to kind of do a round robin format of a piece of advice here. Doesn't matter who from the school wants to tackle this question, and this is just for the greater good of the audience, as we're here to help essentially move you through this process called searching for a college. So here it is. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we're going to start off at the top with Sarah and just go down our batting order as it were. So really 20 to 30 seconds on what you think the answer should be, and then we'll just go from there. Thanks, Sarah.
I would say probably one of the most important things is to figure out what's important to you. What is it that you are looking for in a school? Do you want to go to a big school where you're going to get that large university experience, or do you want to have a smaller school, that's going to really give you, that more intimate experience of, one-on-one. So really, it's just deciding for yourself what is really kind of what your main priorities are when you're looking at a college. And that way you can start narrowing down those schools and start actually, visiting and getting that information. So so it's not so overwhelming of all the colleges out there in the world. So.
Joe.
Yeah, my best advice that I wish I had, honestly, is ask hard questions. Don't be afraid to really, dig into the schools you're interested in and really figure out what they're actually offering you. Because you don't, all of us can tell you great and amazing things about our schools, but you really want to make sure they offer what you need and will support you in the ways that you need. So really be willing to ask hard questions.
Blake.
Yeah, I would agree with everybody so far. I would just tell you, just take your time. Don't stress out about the process. You got plenty of time to figure it out. I always tell students, make a pro and con list of every school that you're interested in. ask those questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't be afraid to go visit schools, because you can look at pictures all day long on the internet until you go visit those schools and see what it's all about. That's the best advice I could give you.
Great, Marie.
Definitely use your admissions counselors as a resource. We are here to help you. Whatever questions you have, don't be afraid to reach out. And I'd also say start the financial aid process early so that you know what you're working with and you know what's manageable for you.
Perfect. Amy.
I would say, make a list of the 3 to 5 things that are must-haves for you. For instance, if it's important for you to be within 2 hours of home, then, for instance, my school is not a good choice, because we are 4 hours away from the Chicago area. So, think about those and have those conversations, and that will help you narrow down your search.
Great. Jackie or Emily?
I'll take it from Lake Forest. I have 2 pieces of advice. And the first one is there is no perfect institution. And I think that that's something that we all need to sort of wrestle with, that you're going to find a place that meets most of your requirements. It might not meet all of your requirements. And that's okay. This goes into my second piece of advice, which is you're probably going to be brilliant at many institutions. It is much more about what you bring to the table and the energy that you give to your peers and to your professors than what the institution can provide to you. So find a good choice, go in guns blazing, and you're going to be great.
Great, guys. Thanks so much. All right. So our just wrap up here. Thanks for joining the IACAC Virtual College Fair sponsored by StriveScan. When you log out of this, you'll get a quick survey we asked you to complete so that we can just make this a better experience for everybody involved. Again, there are multiple sessions through IACAC to sign up for, and then a last reminder that this was recorded, so you can log back in and see the recording of this whenever you need to, and listen at your leisure. So we're going to wave one last goodbye to the entire audience on the other side, and thank you for joining, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye-bye, folks. Thank you, panelists.